Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming for my talk. And my name is Andrey, and I've been in crypto since 2018 when I joined GnoseSafe to work on mobile. And I observed the evolution of the earliest DAOs and participated in some of them. And since 2023, we are bootstrapping Goverland Labs with a mission to make participation in decentralized communities fun, accessible, and rewarding. Before we jump into the Mini-DAOs concept, I would like to share shortly, really roughly, the high-level history of the DAO evolution in our space. So Vitalik coined it in 2013 when he defined DAOs like organization governed by code rather than people. Then everyone remembers the DAO use case. It was the huge, I think it was biggest in the industry community fundraise with 12.7 million Ethereum collected back times. And then it got hacked. That led to the Ethereum hard fork, and now we have Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. But this DAO use case is to show the tremendous potential of the DAOs in general. And then in 2017, 2019, we observe like the first building blocks of the future DAO ecosystem. Aragon makes a fundraise, MakerDAO launches the series on-chain DAO. We see some small experiments like Moloch DAO that introduce the rage queue concept where participants of the DAO could quit it and collect the part of its funds. GnoseSafe is becoming part of the DAO stack infrastructure where all the treasuries are stored and Compound start working on on-chain governance contracts. When Compound introduces it, shortly it becomes the standard in the industry, lately adopted by Tally, and now we have a lot of on-chain governance, which is actually run by the Compound governor contracts. Because of the huge prices during the DeFi summer 2020, Snapshot introduces gasless voting, where votes stored on IPFS instead of on-chain, and it was also widely adopted and used by now by many cool DAOs. Okay, okay, it's good. Cool, thank you. Then we got some crisis in 2022, 2023, participation droughts. We observed voter apathy, wealth dominate on the market, accumulating a lot of voting power. We see some not so pleasant use cases like rage queued from Nouns DAO, where a lot of treasury, a lot of participants of this community queued with, from the treasury. Aragon initiated ARMS redemption mechanism, but also we saw quite cool experiments like, for example, Optimism DAO launches bicameral governance experiments. And we see some back of the interest to the DAO ecosystem in 24-25, where huge DAOs like Arbitrum DAO, Optimism DAO, they run in major funding experiments. We see a lot of evolution in the governance UX improvements, where all the major players introduce some innovations, and we also see some first mobile interfaces like ours or Lighthouse, for example. So we also see that different teams working on new governance primitives, such as completely private on-chain voting or ZK governance. And we also observe lots of VCs inflowing money into this ecosystem again. So what is a Mini-DAO? Mini-DAO is a tokenized community-owned organization built for lightweight coordination with low barrier of entry, simple utility, fast decisions, and fun first and goal-driven. What existing past DAOs could be called Mini-DAOs? I would love to suggest you to research projects if you don't know them yet, such as Nouns DAO, which is pretty cool, single-purpose projects like Constitution DAO, when they raised funds just to buy a real copy of Constitution. It was not successful, but still quite a loud case. And initiatives, for example, when you collect money for legal defense of some prominent people. Also, investment DAOs might be considered Mini-DAOs. Now I'd love to show you a small demo of our application that we're building. Cool. So yeah, at Goverland Labs, we started with a GL app. It's a mobile port to the DAO world. It's a place where you can discover decentralized autonomous organizations like OG DAOs, Mini DAOs, and participate in many of them. Let's see how the connection network. Wait. Maybe this way it will be better. Let's see. Yep, we are back. So this mobile app that we're building, it allows you to discover, like once you log in, you can see some new DAOs that appeared recently with their voters. You can see some hot ecosystem proposals, some popular DAOs, and you can sign in with your wallet and completely participate in the governance on the go. So the process is pretty simple. I'll just sign in with my Ethereum wallet. Then you can enable push notification. We built quite configurable system where you can configure low level, like what kind of notifications and how often you want to receive regarding the proposals in the DAO ecosystem. And you can also see what tokens you have in your balance and which other DAOs you can potentially participate. For example, here I see that I have token from Unis and I can follow it. I know, I'm already following it, yes. But I can configure if I want to receive immediate notifications about the proposals, if I want just to receive occasional notifications, things like that. Also, we integrated an inbox that allows you to be on top of the things in the DAO ecosystem. So I can see current active proposals, I can go and read them through, I can make the AI summarization to understand what's going on. Sorry, internet connection here is not perfect. I can go to the discussion and read the forum, what's happening, and I can see a lot of many different interesting things. We built quite exciting analytical features. So you can navigate to any DAO. Let's take it will be Avagochi DAO. I can see its token information, how it was evolving during the year. I can see if some potential proposals could influence the token price, what kind of proposals there were, and etc. I can say that I want to receive immediate notification from Avagochi, and I can see different insights. For example, I can see how many exclusive voters they have. So they have only 22% exclusive voters that participate only in their ecosystem. Or I can see what are the top voters in this DAO. I can see in which other DAOs they participate. Are they dedicated only to Avagochi, or are they also users in or participants in different DAOs? Basically, this is the app we built. Also, one of the cool recent things we did, we integrated the innovative split delegation framework developed by the Gnosis Guild system. Velora DAO is already employing this delegation network framework. So you can go and see active delegates in Velora DAO. You can delegate and redelegate on mobile. You can I can, like, for example, here I delegated to 10 different delegates. And what it allows me to do, it allows me to see which delegates skip the vote, which delegate participate. I can configure push notifications about it. That brings a lot of use cases, like keeping your delegates accountable if you delegate them voting power. So all these cool use cases we built mostly for the OG DAOs that have these well-established governance processes. But yeah, but the crypto industry that we know it's like a massive token production industry, yeah? The first waves of adoption were associated with the altcoins, and altcoins, they lately formed the initial OG DAOs. The latest adoption cycle was around the meme coins. Usually they have low entry barrier, close to zero utility, but no DAOs there. And we think that the next adoption cycle will be around the mini alts, or we call them meme coins plus. It will be coins with minimum viable utility that will allow to build sustainable communities with aligned purposes. We think that Nouns DAO fall in this category, also virtual protocols building something similar here. But this is the problem area. We decided to focus inside the Goverland labs, and we think how can we channel the meme coin energy into Mini-DAOs. So what are the common assets of crypto communities we have? The largest communities, they have media channels, they have strong community, and they have treasury. So if we compare successful meme coins with OG DAOs, they all have strong media channels. The community in successful meme coins usually much more retail and strong, vibrant, viral. Whilst in OG DAOs, community right now is basically integration partners, some service providers. They're not very retail friendly, and they have B2B dynamics. Meme coins, they don't have public treasuries. OG DAOs, they have quite strong treasuries. But this only applies to successful meme coins, and in the industry, absolute majority of meme coins, they fail. And they fail because it's super hard to build a community, to form the initial treasury, and early meme coin founders, they need to dump on their community to secure some funds, which also kills the momentum completely. So we started thinking about what we can do in the Goverland labs, what new use cases we can offer to trying to channel meme coin energy into mini DAOs, but also trying to use the existing mechanics that we already have in the space. One idea that we're exploring is boosting meme coin media with DAO mechanics. And the idea here is pretty simple. Creator of the meme coin, it might be owner of the media channel when she tries to pump it, and they can set up a mini DAO for it, where community members that have these meme coins, they can create proposals of new posts that will be distributed across media channels and get a small reward for this. So now we are designing and working on this feature that will be available hopefully soon, where meme coin owners will be able to bootstrap a small DAO, and our mobile app participants will be able to propose new post ideas to split or to distribute around media channels. And once the proposal is successful, it can be posted into Farcaster, into Lens, into X, whatever interface it might be. Another idea that we're working on is Meme-Hala. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show you concept because I have only 2 minutes left, but there will be a QR code in the end that you can just scan it, and there is a nice video presentation for 4 minutes. You'll love it. It's a concept that we are building on top of our Farcaster social graph that aims to solve 2 major problems in the communities trying to ignite these mini-DAOs. First problem is how can we bootstrap the initial community to make the token launch successful, and second problem, how we can form the initial treasury to have some funds to work on the project. Short-term, long-term, right? So here are some screenshots from Meme-Hala. I will not explain the concept in full right now. I will just give you a glimpse, and you can then scan the QR code and watch the full video presentation of it. We believe that Meme-Hala concept or Media-DAO concept that we're working on is just a couple of experiments we're exploring right now. We have many more ideas, but as I said, our focus area is mostly here. Even though we have a lot of products built for the OG DAOs, we will be integrating on-chain governance for them, delegate accountability, etc., etc. But this market alone is not enough for the scale that we want to see in the DAO space, and we think that the scale comes with this part of the market. So we decided to focus on this one. So, if you want to have my personal opinion on what we should expect in 2025 in the DAO ecosystem, so we will see that culture will start meeting infrastructure. So we'll see a lot of meme DAOs, on-chain media organizations, and other different experiments that will be using already existing tooling in the space. We definitely will see some privacy and civil resistant participation in DAOs. Like it will be driven because of the adoption of ZK voting, ZK participation. We'll already see projects like ZK Passport and Self XYZ. And the DAO narrative will shift from decentralized governance to community-owned memes and internet-native organizations. Thank you. And as promised, here you can scan the link and watch the concept presentations. And yeah, feel free to contact me.